So when you finish up at Wraith Rovers, you've got the move to Hamilton. So with the return to the Premiership, there surely must have been such a buzz then, because as you said, with Dundee, although there's a more of a personal note on not being able to finish what you started with the club specifically, but there was still this, this feeling of, you're back in the top flight where you felt like you should have been anyway. And again, you were there obviously with Hearts as well, and you've had to work really hard. You had your challenges. So did it feel really rewarding then to finally earn that move back in the top flight?
Yeah, of course. Like, it was also not just for me, just also for the people who thought that I was finished. And look, I went down and I managed to go back up, and there's no many players who managed to do that, and I'm one of them. And I was very, very happy. I remember we had the preseason where I was doing so well, yes, I was happy there. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to be your next question, but I'm gonna just talk about it. I think, and I should have more game times than I had. I think I deserve more. I had five starts, I had 3 goals and 2 assists, but I was always on the bench, and I couldn't understand that, and I was started to be very, very frustrated, and at some point I wanted to leave, and I spoke to the coach and I said, look, I'm sorry, but I need to leave. I need to play. I want to play. And he said, yes, but we need you here. We want you to stay. We don't want you to go. What you're doing here is good, and we don't want you to go for the things that you do with the young players, because I was helping some players in the gym and stuff, and trying to motivate players, try to keep some players straight. So he said, I've got a big influence in the team, and they don't want me to go. And he knows, and I can be frustrated for the game time, but he will come. And he knows, and I'm a hardworking man. So, but I say, yes, I understand, but I want to play now. I need to play now, and I think I deserve to play, and then I don't get my chance, so I need to leave.
Yeah.
And he's been a real man, because he came to me in my head and said, look, I respect your choice, and shook my hand and said, I wish you the best.
So then the departure with Hamilton would obviously have been a result of that. You found the move to Dumbarton after Hamilton. How did this move come around? Again, as you say, you've done all right with Hamilton. I think at this point, Dumbarton were still in the championship. So did you feel that, with all respect to Dumbarton, did you feel it was still a bit of a step down, considering that you've worked hard to get back in the top flight? You've done all right when you've had the opportunity to play, but you're not able to stick around?
Oh yeah, it was a step down. It was a step down, of course. It was also a very big risk, and I was taking, because I'm going from full-time to part-time in a team who was struggling in championship. So I remember the coach, the Dumbarton coach at the time, being honest, he said, Christian, we want you to sign, but we also know that if you sign for us and you don't do well, it's going to be over for you. So you have to do well. It's not even, you need to perform. And I felt the pressure. I was like, why am I actually signing there? Because I could actually destroy my career. But I took the risk, and it worked out fine.
Yeah, what's your favourite memories then, looking back on your spell at Dumbarton? Because it obviously must have left an impression on you, because you end up returning there after signing for Stranraer.
No, I love being there. I was free, so coach wouldn't give me any actually thing to say. He wouldn't even tell me anything. He would just say, go on the pitch and do what you can, give your best. So he wouldn't tell me, go defend this, defend that. Don't just go, and when you've got the ball, try to make something happen. And that's what I try to do.
And was this because, do you think that Dumbarton were used to playing at the lower level, or do you think it was you were getting treatment because you were seen as more of a star player?
I think the coach was very, very obviously he was paying attention to me. He was really careful, also not to get me injured and not to get me too tired, because he knew then obviously before I arrived they were struggling. So I need to bring something different. And when I did, I'm sure I was thinking, if I get injured or something, he could go back to those times where they were struggling, and maybe um, struggled for the relegation. So he was treating me very, very, very good. And if I didn't want to train, I wouldn't train. And he was quite nice to me, laughing all the time. So yeah, I was like a little star. So
what caused you to leave Dumbarton the first time then before coming back?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
No
I
idea.
don't know. No idea. It was a mistake. Actually, maybe it's because of challenges. Like I knew then with Dumbarton we wouldn't play for the title, we would play for relegation. We tried not to get relegated. Sorry. Signing for Sandra would be trying to go back up, trying to go up. Sorry.
Yeah.
And that attract me was a challenge, and I was ready to have. Yeah.
Because I think Starman actually had a good team around by that time. Yeah, I think they were always kind of trying to challenge to go into the championship. I can recall that.
We had a very good team. We just didn't perform good at all. We had a very, very good team. If you take, for example, the team we had at the time in League One, now I'm telling you, and we play all our best, we get promoted, no question. But we are not like even close to our best. That's all. I think when we couldn't play together, there were a lot of egos in the team, and there were a lot of friend of a friend, and it was a big mess.
And you obviously returned to Dumbarton afterwards. How did the second spell compare to the first?
It was different because, like I said, the first time the coach said, "Christian, go on the pitch, have fun, do what you can, help us." And now it was more like, we need you to defend. So the energy that I usually kept to attack, now we spend a lot defending. Because obviously when you play against teams, you defend a lot. So you be chasing, but when you got the ball, you're not fresh enough to do what you need to be done, or to sprint, to 10 sprint a game. And it was quite different, but I still managed to score some goals, and we still managed to stay in championship.
So after that second spell at Dumbarton, you're going to play for Troon, Annan Athletic, and currently at Bank United. So again, sticking round about this kind of same levels, respectfully. I'm quite curious to know, when we talk about your earlier career, we talk about the possibility of moving to a Crystal Palace and AC Milan. So was there any offers from Scottish clubs in around these leagues that you were very close to signing to, and then end up not going or knocking the offer back? Like, for instance, were East Fife ever trying to persuade you to come back?
Look, when this thing happened into my personal life, and I've been accused of something I didn't do, a lot of people turned their back on me. I mean, it's not everybody turned their back on me. It could be like chairman of clubs, coaches, fans, loads turned their back on me. And I found myself alone. So no team actually, and I know of, in Scotland will be interested for me to be with them because of those accusations, And the only sensible man actually will be the Troon staff who contacted me and told me then I'm not guilty until it's been proven.
Yeah.
They would like me to come and join the team, but obviously if at the end I've been proven guilty, they will have to let me go. And that's the only person who told me that, and that really, really touched me. Like I say, everybody turned their back on me, and that's the only one who were there for me. Even some of my teammates who I was close to turned their back on me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And on the back of an accusation as well. So it's someone that would know you quite well, wouldn't even give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, just stop talking. Yeah, I would call them, text them, just ignore me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you find then playing football at your current level?
Well, I'm not playing.
Oh, obviously, yeah, but before the pandemic. I should have added.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was just escaping again the mental prison I was in, escaping the situation I was in, and I had a good time when I was playing, because it was the only time where I was not thinking about personal things, and yes, and I had fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And then for other people that might be feeling similar to you, Christian, is there any advice you'd like to pass on to them?
Just talk. Just be able to talk. You just need to talk. It's nothing complicated, and it can be hard, but you just need to be able to open yourself to someone. You just need to. But I know you need to. It's a big things to do it. But once you do it, then you are on the way to end this constant prison in your head.
Well, I've just got one last final question for you, Christian. Again, doing a bit more research, I was very surprised to see that there were some players that you played with I had absolutely zero idea. At Troyes, you played with Matuidi.
Yeah, bless.
That used to be at Juventus. Now it's in Miami, I think, in the MLS, as well as Diarra at Le Havre. Is that how it's pronounced?
La Sana Diarra, Le Havre. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Le Havre.
So see, with these guys, were these players that when you played with at the time, you could see that they had a bright future ahead of them.
Yeah. Especially La Sana, yeah. Oh, he was so much. He knew. We were playing in Le Havre, second division in France, and he was saying he wasn't even a starter, and he was saying, "Guys, I'm going to play for Chelsea one day. You see." I swear, it was crazy. You will see. See, I don't care what the coach is doing. I don't care if I'm not playing. I'm telling you, I'll be playing for Chelsea one day. A year and a half after he was playing for Chelsea. Not even.
Is he the best player you've played with in your career then, would you say?
No. Patrice Evra must be up there.
And would that have been France under 21s?
Yes, Patrice Evra is up there. Even Blaise is up there. Matuidi is up there. Yeah, Blaise must be right up there. And actually, he's a very lucky man. He managed to make a career when he shouldn't even be there, honestly. Football is all about luck.
Yeah.
All about luck, yeah. He's a very, very lucky man.
And do you have any ambitions to get into coaching?
I don't know. Just now I've got something happening in America in July, so I'm going there. Unfortunately, I never passed my coach's badges. But yes, it could be something that I would like to do. I'm doing one-on-one coaching at the moment. I'm working with a football agent, so we're helping players to find clubs in England. So that's what I'm doing just now. I should have took my shave and everything. You should have shaved me.
Right, Christian, it's been a delight having you on. Thank you very much for taking part in this. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Sat up nicely for him. That's up towards Abua. Murray comes across, real chance, and they lead. They've scored a goal. The drought is over, and more importantly, Hearts lead at Hibs in the Scottish Cup.
Well, Driver does brilliantly to pull it back from the byline. McAlamby, totally committed. Thinks he can go and smother this, stop it coming across goal. Look at the goalkeeper, never getting there. And Rob Jones totally exposed almost in the goal line. Chance out of nothing, great setup from Driver. And that he's not going to miss from there. Well, McAlamby